Good morning. Welcome at the second day of the African Open Frisian Draughts in Yaoundé, Cameroon. So today, the fourth round already started, and we have um, a couple of the favorites in front, like uh, Jean-Marc Jofang, Jan van Dijk, uh, Domchev. So these are a little bit the players we expected to be there, and now, of course, it's interesting to see of the new players who have no experience actually in playing Frisian. Maybe they have trained, but they don't have like the experience playing in the tournament. To see how they do it today. This is the second day. So then at the end of this day, we will have played 6 games, and then the numbers 1 to 4, they are going to play a final called the Grandmasters Final, and then on the people who are number 5 to 8, they're going to play the Masters Final, and that's going to take place on Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow is a resting day, and then on Thursday and Friday we will have the finals, and then after the finals on Friday evening there will even be a tournament Frisk. So everybody who wants to be there and can be there is welcome to come here and play the Frisk tournament. It's the Open African Championship Frisk. Um, so that's a new development. And now let's take a look at the games here. At first board, we see. Let's see here who we have. Stefan Kodo against Pekos Chomp. Okay, yes, this is live, so I'm gonna go to the start of the game. Yeah, this opening 34-30. It's has been played a lot by Georgiev, the Russian draughts player, world champion. He played it in Frisian, and nowadays a lot of Frisian players in Friesland also play this. So they studied this, and this is like the normal move. This is a bit unusual, I would say. So normally people play like this, and then this is the most played, the most common move. And I don't use scan a lot, but if you go back, you will see that scan also recommends to play like this. So it's a little bit better for black, but well, we know it can be played. It's okay. Of course, scan gives these differences because it's a computer, but for humans, this is perfectly equal. Um, so now scan says you should play 23. I'm gonna kill scan here because I don't like to look at scan all the time. And well, normally we see moves like this. So, and then white does this. So this is, we see developments like these. So that's now, of course, white has a little bit trouble maybe with this piece, but black has trouble with this piece. Maybe later we will see games that go like this. But now, I'm sorry. So here, white played this one. He just blocked it. It's possible. It's It's not bad. Black develops normal development. And white can take now. So here we see still equal game, and black is trying to occupy this square. Uh, and both white and black have still a lot of pieces in the middle. So normally this looks to be a game where you will have combinations. This is a dangerous game already, I must say, for both players. Mhm. So maybe, yes, if black goes there, now you might think about this move, because now you threaten to go to 27 and take, and you take 4. But this move, uh, this move also makes a hole here, and now I have to see, maybe black can try and make use of that hole. Don't really see how. So now just maybe black should just defend a little bit. We can move here. Let's see what happens after this move. Yes, you can take 2, of course. Black will take. Oh no. Ah, that's not possible. Yeah, so there you see the problem of that hole. So that's a good defense. So now some other possibility, maybe. Let's take a look. I don't see it. Sometimes you can play stuff like this. This. No, so black is well organized here. He just plugged this hole and he's fine here. Let's see if scan agrees with me. Well, it's equal. Yeah. So scan agrees. Thank God. um. So let's see what happened in the game here. This one. So this always also seems like a very playable move. No problem here. Mm, and we see the move 7 to 12. This was the move I more or less expected to see already. Now white, yeah, white has, maybe he has to play 44-39 because you're running out of moves a little bit as white. So he decides to go to the center. And so Stefan Nakodo, he moves to the center, and maybe that feels okay for the international draughts players, but to me, this would be not my first choice, I think, unless there's some um, clear objective here. But I see already you can do something like this. So it's so dangerous to go to the middle. So this is possible. Let's see what happened. No, he didn't see it. So yes, yesterday I already explained that moves like taking here vertically, this is tough to see for new Frisian Draughts players. It's I think it's one of the hardest things. If you're new to the game as an experienced international draughts player, um, so both players don't see this move. Let's see, or maybe they saw it and there's some kind of refutation, but I'm not sure. So let's see here. Is there anything now white can do to make some trouble? No. No. And let's see, scan it probably gives this -2, -4 already even. So yes, it's also because it's not only your piece up, but this one is very strong here, and white has a lot of problems. Um, okay, so that was a good chance for Pecos Chomp to get ahead. Still, he is not ruining his possibility. He can still play it later if white doesn't see this. But now it's white. Scan already points it out. White can now make a move like a similar move and even get a king here. So they're offering each other the same opportunities. So also white does not see this trick. So white didn't see it. Black now. So now they must go there. So this was, yes, this was another blunder, I would say. Um, but we know this is hard to see. So, but this is the main point of Frisian draughts. And don't make any holes. So, as soon as there are holes in your position, and there's a big hole here, some piece might jump in, and that's actually what we see happening here. And now it's also very tough to for black to make moves because, well, if you move here, you can take with white. So stuff like this. Of course, he won't do this, but could take like this, and it's probably even better to. Well, maybe that's. This is nice. This is nice. This is like a trick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's actually a nice trick here. I mean, he can go here now. So in this position looks pretty equal. So maybe uh it's this could be like a combination by black because maybe black is even a little bit better here. Yes, just a little bit better. This scan agrees with me. So white has to take here. Black probably take there. You go there. Take. Now, don't take like this. You have a big problem. That would be a real great combination if black would have figured this out and have this winning combination. So, but now white can take like this. Hmm. I lost the position here. Let's see. So something happened, some update in lead rods, and now we were in this game between Stefan Nakodo and Pecos Chomp, and we were looking what happened. We were here. No, here we were. So I was saying you could have a combination here like this, and then take two, take three. Ah, yes. Now maybe first take 42. It might be better. No, it's not better Because now if you take like this, black will do a waiting move, and he gets handed a lot of pieces here. Does he get a king? You see, complications, yes. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is okay for white. Threatening to get to a king, so you'd have to do this, and I think white might be a little bit better here. Yeah, okay. So here you see already the difficulties. You really have to, in these kind of positions, I told already, it's a sharp position, it's tactical, a lot of combinations coming. So if you play something like this, you should be sure you calculate all these moves. So let's see what Scan thinks of this. He think it's just a little bit better for black. So what if white takes like this? Like I said, he'll go there. And now white, what if he takes there? Oh, you should do another waiting move. That was the I played 7 to 12, which was not good. So this is the right waiting move, and now this trouble of going to threatening to go to square one doesn't happen. So this one's losing. So you see, even your waiting moves have to be calculated. So now this happens, this and this. So that's an obvious, yeah, big advantage for black. It should be winning. Now let's see. So it's take there. And white should not take here first, but it should be going there. Take, and now black should take here. And white should go to the middle, just like we saw. And well, here it's I prefer black. Scan thinks it's about equal. Um, I'm not sure why. And I think positionally for humans, um, black is a lot better here. A lot better. Especially because of this weak setup here in the center. No support here, a lot of holes here. You see all these pieces just standing here, and don't really like it. Okay, go back here because it's an interesting game. Yes, here we were. All right. So Scan even sees this as a better opportunity. Yes, of course, right away there. There, yes. Okay. Interesting. So maybe this was played by black. Just no more scan. Let's just see what happens in the game. No. Too bad. Not that one. But even now it's still possible. Play 17 to 22. Take. Big advantage for black. Somehow, well, if you don't see it the first time, because black already had this opportunity all the time, if you don't see the first move, you will never see it. So now white closes this hole, which is important. This one is even more important. Hmm. Yes, now at least black is threatening also to go there. But white can simply move away. I don't understand this move. don't understand it. Maybe it's just a mistake. It's more or less the same mistake as here. So this doesn't look good for black. Too many mistakes, I would say, or there's some wonderful trick here, but I doubt it. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, he can win back the pieces. No, not like that, I think. Or oh, this is interesting. He has a little bit combination, maybe. Yes, okay, he gets a king. So black did have a combination here. It's interesting. So let's see if there's something. So this, I didn't see this. So maybe this was all intended like this. Then it's just a great combination. Um. So this one, it's forced. This one is not forced. So this is probably the mistake. So what happens after this? Yes, of course, black has to take both pieces. And still white is up a piece and it's very strong here. So still no problem for white, I think, in this position. So let's, but that would have been the good move, but because now this happens and let's see. This happens. Oh, even now white has a choice. White can take here like he did in the game. And then black will get a king. But you could also play like this. And now you force black to just take. Take. And now it's probably let's see. Probably better for white. I think if there are no immediate threats, I'd say white would be +2 or something. Even more, +4. Oh, you have a trick here already. This one. And then you take these. And this one's coming. And now there's another trick coming, a little combination. Here, you win another piece. Like this. Yes. So, yes, +5. So if white saw this coming, he should have, yeah, he should have done differently. He should at least not be taking like that. Hmm. Okay, so now white is still better. Yes, you have to get there. Oh, interesting. Take, take. Very dangerous for black as well here. This game, this is a wild game. So, okay. So let's take a look at what happened in the game. Uh, yes. Well, this is of course forced. So this is the position. Yes, it's a wild game indeed with a king at the center of the board. You don't see this often. Usually it's better to get this king back in the corner or maybe even in this corner here and put some pieces in front. But well, here you have to take. And maybe white can already win back the king at least. I always I look at moves like this. So take 2 and Now you win back the king. So this one. Oh, yeah, that's a big trick here. Oh, terrible. White is winning here straight away. So that's if he sees that move, he will be winning. Not sure what happened here, but he did play the move. Yes. Okay. Well, that's a good move by White. Yes. That's already what I didn't really understand it, but at the time, because Scan was saying in this position, Black should be playing like this, so Black should not take 241 and get the king. So it can be calculated not while you're live streaming. You should calculate when you're at the board. So this is yeah, this is interesting follow up. So this is a lot of forced moves here. Also forced move by Black, and you could not do anything against all this. So this is what's happened. Now it's 7 against 8. I think for inexperienced players, this is still a situation where everything can happen. 7 against 8. Still a lot of possibilities for tricks, for combinations. So even here, it's not clear who's winning. I'd say for more experienced players, it would be safe to say that White has, of course, the upper hand. But even for experienced players, I like it that Black has control of this side of the board. Of course, White still has this piece here, the rune, and but Black is positionally is fine. Now they both develop. Of course, White should be attacking this corner if he wants to move to the other side and get a king. Not sure if I like that move. Don't move to the center if you don't need to. It's one of those things. You know, after playing a lot of Frisian games, you know this is always more dangerous to go move your pieces up through the center. So this is where we are. Is there anything I see at this point as a trick or anything? I think the plan should be for Black to try and go here. Okay, Black didn't. Then Black also played to the center. It's Black should try and play here and get here. Move the other piece also here, and you could get a king. So and White plays that. So for example, you do like this and this, and you could get here and this and this. This is tricky, of course. Now like this, and suppose you do this. I just want to show the idea. No, that's not working. Okay, I had something different in mind. Let's go back to the game. So update. See where we are. This is the position we have. So I'll leave this game for now and I'll take a look at board number 1, Jan van Dijk against Aristo Bongwen. Let's see. So Jan van Dijk, he knows, I think, how Frisian draughts openings work a little bit. He has played in some tournaments. He told me yesterday he's playing it for a couple of years now. Already we see black here making the wrong move, making a hole here. So now white can safely jump in there and be a piece up, and black immediately gives another piece. Maybe because he didn't like the white piece there. So already for Jan, it's a healthy plus. It's it should be it should be okay if he can avoid all the tricks. He should be in a winning position in the end. But ooh, this is uh, this is not good. This is not good. No, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. So yes, the whole right flank of black is going away here, and no, this is not good. So let's see. Of course, black had other possibilities. Could you close the door? Yes, you can go. But if you're silent, yes. Um, so yes, this is not looking good. Of course, already black was worse here, but now this is too easy. I think for every player, but especially for Jan. Um, even scan gives something like plus 15. Okay, now another little combination by Jan winning even another piece. So he doesn't want to give his opponent any chance. He just takes what he can take. And oh, right. Something happened here. Let's see. We were here in this position. So now this one here. Thank you. So already it is um, easily winning for Jan, but he has a little more up his sleeve. Getting to a king here with a little combination, changing some pieces, and now he moves to 25. And it's very hard for black to defend that. Of course, yes, if you want to defend, you can play like this. But you have to give another piece, and now, oh no, it's not even a defense, no. So no, you cannot get away from this. So white gets a king, and you can safely say white is winning here. So yes, okay, that was the last move because now all the pieces are gone. So bad luck for Aristo. He made too many mistakes too early. So I'm gonna take a coffee break and I'll be back later. Steven door die alles werkt. Op de website zitten van op de website. So, welcome back at the live stream of the second day of the African Open Frisian Draughts. We already had a look at Jan van Dijk against Aristo Bongwin, and I hear that Aristo is very ill. And even though, yes, he came to play, so it shows how badly they really want to play here. So that's very good. But of course, we saw in the game that, well, he made a couple of mistakes early on, and Jan easily won. So the other game we had a look at was Stefan Kodo against Pekos Chomp. And when I left you, we were in a position of 8 against 7 pieces with an advantage for white, but a lot of chances still for black as well, and a dangerous position with a lot of pieces in the middle. So it's always good for combinations, these kind of positions. So let's see how they play and where the danger is in a position like this. Black is developing. Are there any immediate threats? Yes, there are. No, there are not. Oh, I was looking at a combination, something like this maybe. And I was thinking about this one, but now I saw that I was hoping you have this and then take. Well, that's not good, but anyway, black can also take here. So that's just to show how I look at the game, at the possibilities for combination. And of course, when you're behind the board, you have to do this in your head and visualize. And now it's easy for me behind a computer and just sit and see what happens. That's easier. So yes, when you're behind the board, this can be very intimidating, very complex. But that's the joy of the game of Frisian Draughts. I actually I come from the chess world, so I'm a chess player, high level chess player. But and I didn't like international draughts because I didn't think it was complex enough. So I played Frisian Draughts, and here we see the complexity of it. So it just has more combinational possibilities. White still moving to the center. So you see, if black is like surrounding these white pieces, and you want to get to the side. And so I think this is a good move. Black move to 26. There's some space there, and that's where you have to go. You want to go to the other side. You don't go through the center, you go to the side. So this is a clear threat by white, threatening now to go to 31. Black has to take. So for example, if you do some stupid move like this, white should be playing this. And now, and it's over. So white is setting up a threat here. And actually this doesn't help. So still white it does help in a way because you don't win anything, but you can play like this and then you can play like that. And now it's the way to number 1 to the corner is open for white. It's very hard for black to stop here because maybe you can play like this and you want to exchange or something, but no, it's not possible. So let's see what white does here. Hmm. He should have taken here, exchanged here, and move up to this piece, and he would have a free way to the king. Hmm. So anyway, black can escape that because he still has the threat. White still has that threat, and how can black play against that? I don't see. It's usually not so strong to put all these pieces in one horizontal line here. Uh, they're not supporting each other here, and they're very easily attacked. And if you can jump in, you can take a lot. So I think black is much worse here. Let's see, it might be -7, -8, something like that. Oh, it's already over in 9 moves and a half. So yes, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Yes, black is a lot worse here, but these players are not a scan, so interesting to see how they play this. At least black is now maybe trying to move to 22 and then exchange a bit. On the other hand, white can still play this and take, take. So that's something white can do, and it's over. I think, yeah, I don't think white's gonna lose here, but you never know. Um, this was played, which is also a nice threat maybe, but black can go here with a counter threat. And what do you do then? Then you go to 30, take, and you take back. He goes there. So yes, I was looking at this, and then you're what's anything else? Yes, different options here. Could move like this. Take two, take two, take, take, and white is still winning here. Other possibility here was to move like this, and take like that, and this also seems fine. Maybe this one. Yeah. So this is like a lot of exchanges, and here white is still in a better position. But he moved there, and now another threat by white to take like this. So where do you go? Probably to 18. Yes, it's the best possibility. And now still white, he should still move to 31 and get here with a piece, and he will be the first to have a king. But well, it's like I said, when you don't see it the first time, you probably won't see it the second time or the third time that you have the possibility. Nothing lost here, actually, by white. Let's see. Scan still gives a big plus for white. Yes, black has to make moves, and so what if black would just have a threat of his own, like this? Maybe you should move here, but then this one cannot move, and this one cannot move, so you're a bit locked here. So I think this would have been a better move. Yeah. Okay, so this was played, and now finally white plays the move I've been waiting for maybe 10 moves already. And now it should be easily won and even a threat like 13, 18. You could go to 23, and I think it's over here for black. Yes, just go there. Just go there. Well, should he? Should he? Well, hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you cannot stop it, I think. Hmm. You always, if you go there, what I'm thinking about is moves like this, So if he takes like that, you can still make some stupid mistakes with white. This could happen in a game like this. So, but probably because they are international draws player, they would play first look at this move, which is the right move, of course, like this, and then you can move there. So, yes, this is but maybe if one is short on the clock and you think, oh, I'm gonna take like this, and you expect one to take backwards, but then you see a move like this, uh, things like that happen sometimes. So this game is full of possibilities. Um, so, let's see here what happened in the game. Let's go back. Go back. Yes, this we saw like this. Here we were. And then, oh, he played this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So he actually played this, yes. And there was a third possibility, of course. I already showed what happens when you move. You take here, you take, I think there is also good. This is also possible, yes. Why not? I think you should go here and try to get a king yourself. Yes, that's what he does. You get a so maybe black can get a king and have maybe make some trouble for his opponent. I think that would be interesting to see if that would happen. Oh, oh, what's this? He will. What's this? Why? Oh, yes, I see. So white just gives his king, gives another piece, and now, yeah, okay. I would expect a move like this because yes, you threaten to take two, you have to do this, 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 and it's over. It's over. So that's I thought that's well, it's a neat thing to do. Well, you don't need to do it because this one cannot move anyway, and white. This is also okay, but you have to look out. If you go here, black can play this, and black is winning here. So maybe oh, no, black is not winning. So even here, when you're the clear winner, you can still make a bad mistake. You go here, here, and here, and now suddenly black is winning. So yes, I will show you quickly. And, uh, why can't I go here? What's this? Oh yeah. Okay, get out of the way, and then you simply go here. And wherever white goes, you're going to take there. So that's just some possibilities. Even when it's like this, two against two, you can really make some, and you're way up, you can really make some bad mistakes here. But this is okay. Yes. So now white is simply blocking this diagonal, and now black, whatever he moves, yes, you could of course move here. then you go here, and this is the end. Whatever you move now, you're gonna lose the two pieces, and the game is over. So it's a nice victory for Stefan Kodo. So let's see at the other games. What's happening there is, are things, are they still playing? Um, let's see, Jean-Marc Diofang, Jean-Marc won, um, Hervé, he won. Yeah, so most games are over. Here Raymond Svipoulis is still playing. He's one of the players who played in the regular World Championship here. So maybe interesting, and they're still playing, I believe. Oh, no, no, yes, yes, they're still playing. So let's take a look at this game. Raymond Svipoulis against Elogan Jean Grégoire Ntem. Okay, here we go. So Fippolis with white. He is, of course, a very strong Draughts player, and they play like this. I'd say this is the normal opening, and this is also the normal kind of theme you see. Now black does that. So black is threatening to take here, then white can take 3, and then black can take 2 and go get to this strong square. So what to do? Maybe what you could do is play this. This black takes here first. For example, like this. Well, this would be the worst, because now you do something like this. This move. So now here, white is in a winning position. So white, what if the white after 21, if they take like this, and now black has to move here, and black will be worse because he's a piece down now, and he has this ugly piece in the center, and white has a perfect position. I say, because white, you can go here, and there's no weakness here. You can go to the side, and you're a piece up, and you're probably gonna win this one after a couple of moves. Let's see. So 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 I'd say moving to 21 looks okay here. Hmm. This is what happened in the game. So yes, black first takes there, then he takes there, and he will take 2. So let's see. Now they're equal. So this was the right way to play it. Not play there first, but I'm curious if there's another possibility here to play better. No, even, yeah, okay, 22. So even Scan doesn't see any better moves here. So I guess this is still okay. Play like this. I like the white position a little bit better positionally, but it's not a big difference. It's going too fast. So we've seen this. Now let's see how white develops here. Normal development. And black does some strange developments because you should not be going there. You should be going here. Um, so that's not the right move. It's not immediately wrong, but or losing or anything. But don't play through the middle. I think that's one of the big lessons here for a lot of players. You shouldn't be in the center with your pieces too much. Only if you have a clear plan or maybe some combinations or you know how to play it because it's very dangerous. I know some players who are very good at it, even some world champions who have trained a lot and who just know they know that it's dangerous, but they can calculate a lot, then you can do it. But I'd say it's a recipe usually for trouble if you do it. Yeah. So white, I must say, is playing very good here. Very good development. Playing, going to the right squares here and very patiently waiting for chances. So white gives up this piece. What's his plan? What's his plan here? Is there any? So I don't really see it yet. Why does he give up? I was just saying he was playing very well. Am I missing something here? So there was no need, I think, to do this because this one so strong here. So well, let's see how he continues. Yes, giving. He probably was hoping for this, and then this. So this was his plan. So, but he probably misses this move. I think because then you just gave away two pieces. So I understand it. If you think this is going to happen, then this was the right move. But if let's see what happens in the game. Oh, actually, is this what they played? Yes. Oh, too bad. So yes, they both don't see the right move. Um, should play here, and is there anything bad about it? No, no tricks here. No tricks here. So black could be winning here, but decided to take with the wrong piece, and now white is better here. But still, black can play on because we know that eventually your opponent will make mistakes as well, and it's not lost at all here. It's still so. Moving on, I must say, People is playing the right moves here. I guess he threatens to take this one now. Go here, take two. Mm, so black is blocking it, but you could attack the blocking piece, and then how would you go about with this? That's a very bad threat. So he does it. So there goes the first piece, and the second piece will also be problematic. You could, of course, win this one back by moving like this, for example. Maybe there are some other possibilities, some tricks here. No. You see now one of the advantages of white is he has all his pieces here and here to the side. So there's hardly any combinations you can do in a position like this when your opponent has everything to the side. He's safe. He's safe. So he decides to move like that. And just some exchanges. And now black can attack this piece. So this one is lost, I think, but no. White can move here. Black has to take, and get a king. So yes, it's happening. It's happening. So yes, I think I can give up here. And yes, so this was a final mistake. So in Frisian, we call this an achterstreek, and you go behind. You put some pieces you have to take, and it's dangerous. It's just it's dangerous because you give a free move to your opponent. So your opponent now he knows the next move by black, and now your opponent can start looking for moves to exploit this. So your opponent knows what's going to happen on the next move, and you have a free move to play to see for tricks. And the tricks here was not hard to see. So the trick here was easy actually. Go here and you win immediately. Well, players are coming in here. As you noticed, maybe it's getting a little bit crowded. I'm gonna be back for the next round when that starts happening. So yes, thank you for watching, and I'll be back a little bit later. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Just do a quick audio test to see if everything is fine. Yes, seems like it. So, welcome back, everybody. We're going to have a look at the second round of today's games. It's actually the fifth round of the tournament. So, yesterday we had 3 games. Today we're going to have 3 games as well. And now we're going to look at the second round. And the 2 strongest players, in my opinion, in this field, maybe together with Jean-Marc Njofang. We have 3 strong players, Domchev, Van Dijk, and Jofang. And Domchev and Van Dijk, they have to play today at this moment. So this is an important game to see who has the upper hand and how they compare. Van Dijk is playing with black, and Alexei Domchev, he is playing with white. Van Dijk, of course, is from the Netherlands. And so he's actually from Friesland. He's a Frisian player. He was born in Friesland, and he lives in Friesland, and he also played in the World Championship international draughts, and now he competes at the Frisian draughts. And Domchev, he is from Litauen, and he also played at the World Championship, and now in this field. So let's see how this develops. Yes, actually, here already, and this is a common opening. We see this being played a lot in recent years, which is very tricky to say the least, because black continues like this and can continue like that, like this, and I think even like that. And now, well, maybe here already you have the possibility to do something like this. I'll take a look. Oh yeah, lead rats want to exchange here like this, and this is tricky. So if you do this, for example, I know that here you can get a position like this, and it's still equal, but it's very combinational. So this whole situation with moving your piece to the center, like I told before, normally you don't do it. You don't move your pieces to the center only if you have a clear plan or some kind of attack. Here there is a plan, and you try to have combinations. But this was not played. This was played. This is also very much possible. And here you could have the exchange, like lead Draughts is pointing, scan is pointing out. You could just exchange like this, and it's an equal game here, and here maybe white is just a little bit easier to play. So Jan doesn't want to exchange. He maybe is, yeah, he wants maybe to keep his pieces on and to see if any combinations will happen. When you keep all the pieces on, you still have to make moves. Both sides have to make moves, and at a certain point, the tension is rising very high, and it's hard to avoid combinations, actually. So here, Domchev chooses to move 47 to 41. So this is a strong piece, strong square, and of course now he wants to block this opportunity. Maybe he doesn't like it, but there's also um, a point he makes is that black has to make moves, and here already it's getting a bit hard for black to make moves that don't cause trouble. Um, because even a move like this, you have to be on the lookout for all kind of ways. Maybe white can jump into this hole. Um, I don't see it right away here, but at least it keeps your opponent calculating in this position, and he has to be careful not to do any strange moves. So let's see what happens in the game. This happened. Now there is an exchange, and Jan takes up the position at number 17, which is a good move. And now let's see. Oh yes. So there's an exchange by Domchev. He will get this piece here, and then he will probably move to 29, and you take back two pieces, and you will get a majority on the left side of the board. So here we have it. Yeah, a majority, a little bit of a majority. It's not really damaging or anything, I'd say. This is still pretty equal, but you see black might have some trouble with these. So a good thing for black might be to move here. Maybe white will first take like this, and then you take like that. And now, of course, this one is away, but you have moved a piece from the center to the side, and something like that looks like a possibility. Jan shows differently. He wants to play on the other side of the board. Of course, he has still a lot of, let's say, healthy moves at his possession, so he can still work out some normal moves and just keep going. So I think this is okay as well. Both players are pretty careful, I must say. They keep their pieces together. So this from all the games I have looked at yesterday and today, and this you can see that these players are pretty experienced. They don't make any big mistakes, and they play it positionally and are patient and also wait for maybe some mistakes by their opponent. So yes, it's always so that was the next move. There's always a question here: how do you develop? Um, when you do something like this, of course, then this will come. You will do this and this and this. Now, this is not possible. This one because you will take two. Um, this might be possible, but you weaken your corner here. I don't really like it. Um, Same goes for this one. It's even worse because you weaken this strong square. So here, maybe already it's hard to play for Jan on this side of the board, and he might have to do something like this, and probably white would do like this. And now I must say Jan is having a lot of pieces in the center. I like white much better here. So that was a possibility for Alexei to play like that. He chooses to go to the other side of the board. So yeah, any tricks coming here? See, uh, yes. So this is like one of those standard tricks you give to. You take three. So this actually, I don't know if this happened, but this is more or less these two here. You always have to be on the lookout for this move because from this point you can move with that one, and as soon as this opens up, there are gonna be some tricks with this move. So, what's the position like after playing like this? Can you maybe win back, win back the king somehow? So my first idea would be to play like this and afterwards play like that. Um, yeah. So actually, black gave 2 and 1 free pieces. So you want to win back the king without giving up another piece. It's quite hard to do, I think, here. Um, so maybe something like this. And now if this comes, maybe you want to go here with the king. Otherwise, white could take here. So if you go here with the king, yeah, now of course, um, you could win back the king, but it will cost you 2 pieces here, like this. And white is down 2 pieces. Maybe you have a little bit of a chance. I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. You could still defend like this. You could also, if you want to, you could defend like this. And the white piece cannot move at this moment. So let's see what happens in the game if Jan saw this trick. He played it. This was played, and also this was played. And this as well. So this is well, of course I said maybe you should first play 25. So in the game actually this was played. See what actually scan only gives like a very small plus. But now then that's more or less the problem with playing the king here straight away is that you can move this one here. So now you threaten to go there. And normally you would do something like this, but then you close this up, you take 2, and it's equal, and white has a much better position because of the weakness of this short corner. So yeah, when you play here, you should be playing this maybe, but then you get this. You don't want that because now there's no escaping this. Yeah, you could give back your king. So, for example, if black plays this, you have to take the king like this and maybe go here. So, yes. So maybe this is like the only move to play. Then you can still attack the king. Hmm. You could, of course, block this one. It's an ugly move, and you can always do something like this. Oh, he has to take with the king, yeah. So that doesn't work. Something else then. I'm gonna see if I can get here somehow. Um, it's gonna be pretty hard. Okay, so you can defend like that because moving away with your king, there's yeah, you could move here, of course, but then you have this move, and I don't think there's a good spot to be. Maybe here. It's getting pretty tricky altogether. Pretty hard to find a place. And you go here, and if you think you can do this, you're gonna have real trouble. Oh no, you have to take two. You can take two. Ah, yes. That's a pity. That's a pity. Yes, I was thinking about this move, but oh yes, you can. I can take here. So this is getting a bit too far, but so this is the game, and I think here, if Alexei plays 34-30, he could be about equal. Oh, he plays this one, so you can do the exchange right now. Yes. So I think white's gonna be better here. I think maybe +2 or something. I don't know. Still -1. So still scan things. Am I missing something? Okay, he's a piece up. It's 11 against 12, so yes, a piece is a piece. But still, and the left corner is probably defendable. So yes, it's better for black here. Now we see how this will develop. White plays the normal move. You want to get here maybe or here, and especially like to be at 16. Will be hard for black to move this piece here, and black will be looking for exchanges, and try to make his extra piece count. So this is the position at this moment. We'll leave it to this, and we're gonna look at board number 2, where we have Jean-Marc Ndiofang against Simon Eyok. So let's see what's happening there. Just a moment. All right. Um, so Jean-Marc, he's a player I know very well. I've played against him, and so he's one of our Frisian Draughts playing friends from all over the world, and he's always there at the Frisian Open and having good times with us. So we we also have to thank him for being here in Cameroon, um, because with his connections here, he knows so many people. Yeah, we really love being here and love being with him, and he shows us around. So um, let's see how he plays today. He's um, he's one of the strongest African players, I think, in this game. Maybe the strongest at this point, because we see a lot of new talents coming in now, and he will feel maybe his position here in Africa under pressure in Frisian Draughts. So John Mark is white, and with black we have Simon. Okay, we've seen this before. This is like standard opening exchange. Nothing new here. Now I pointed out to some players a couple of days ago that you could play here, and black can try and win this piece, and then you just play like this. Play it simple. If black wants to hold on to this piece and also develop at a certain point, it's going to be harder and harder for black to make no. And if you make like a normal move like this, you already have a trick here. So you have to be from this stage on. So you have to be so careful about developing here, and you're gonna run out of moves. And um, if you want to develop like here, I could take a look to see if there's anything here already. Not yet. Anyways, it's very gonna be very hard to play something like this. You always have this move, and you have to calculate every step. You have to calculate and look for combinations. So it's hard to play for black, even if you're a piece up. So I think it would be. I like to play this, and I like to give up the piece and have some initiative. So let's see what they play. So this move we saw yesterday as well. It's just also very reasonable developing move. Here you can give this one to 22, give it away and win it back. Oh, and that was the wrong. Let's see. Let's go back a few moves. Actually, this was played. So yes, Chantal, is er een vraag of? Oh, nee, best. So this was played, and here is actually the same continuation we saw yesterday in one of the games. Um, so you can look back at YouTube the games I did commentary yesterday as well, and I think I talked about 3 or 4 games from the first day, and today it's all live. So everything's working. That's already a big achievement when you're here because you know it's sometimes live streaming, it depends all on your internet connection, and that can be a problem here sometimes. But we managed yesterday as well, and also today. So I'm very glad that now I can do the real live commentary and just see how the games develop. Okay. So yes. Is there? I'm already looking for for tricks here. It's a bit too early to, I think, in the game because the pieces are still far away from each other. But it's Frisian, and you always have to be on the lookout for something. Let's see how scan. He thinks it's equal. He thinks it's equal. So yes, that's my feeling as well. It's not hard to say at this point who's having the upper hand, who's playing better. Black is playing fine as well. So yes, we saw we saw this move, of course, by Jean-Marc, and it was already clear to me that he is plugging this hole so he can play 26 and he can make some get some space and try to attack this. We call this the short corner. I wouldn't know what it's called in international draws, but he's gonna attack on this side of the board because he has a majority here. And I think it's hard for black to get any attack going on this corner, on this side of the board, because this is so well set up. Of course, black is still very much fine here as well, but you have to make some moves. So I understand this one. Um, so there, so maybe one of the rules we have, or rules, it's more like guidelines, is you don't move in your weak corner. So of course, this is not a bad move, but you have to be careful. Don't move too soon or too much in the corner where you're a little bit weaker, maybe. Anyway, this one. So he goes there. This looks all perfectly equal still to me. So at least Scan agrees with me. He doesn't see any crazy things either. Of course, it's good to every now and then I do some check with Scan. I'm not using it constantly because um, I like to think for myself and I like to view the game with which from a human standpoint because Scan is so strong and it sees so much, but I don't think it really helps me. Well, maybe later if you analyze a game and it's all done, but during the game, it's better to just think for yourself, try to figure out what the players are thinking, what the players want, instead of constantly looking at Scan and just talking about the analytics by Scan, because it's still a human mind game and computers are not allowed. The players are not allowed to bring to have their phones with them, or so. Of course, we know from chess there's a lot of cheating. Used to be, but yeah, it's also here. We want people to think for themselves and not play with the help of a computer. That said, it's perfectly equal, and we will. I feel we will get some exchanges here. Of course, now we see Jean-Marc is also keeps this move alive. We saw in the game, the other game with Jan van Dijk, still this tricky move, and you jump in here, but it doesn't give you anything at this point. But you, as black, it's quite dangerous. You have to be on the lookout for this tricky move all the time. So there is this setup can be dangerous as well because you have a lot of holes and you will always be looking for black to jump in here somehow. Don't really see that as a possibility here, but sometimes you can start a combination like this and then you try to bring some pieces to the center and you try to jump in. For example, if you could get one here, it's not possible here, but that's how you should be thinking, looking. Always be on the lookout for combinations all the time, even in the end game. And meanwhile, try to have a plan and to play for the stronger strategical position. Um, Another exchange. Now white could exchange here maybe, and then his corner will be perfectly strong. Perfectly strong. No, he doesn't want that. He wants to make some advancement on this side. I understand it. I understand it, yes. Mm, I do. Let's see. Let's see. Take this one. No. Mm, looking for something. Looking for something. No, no tricks here, I guess. No. So that's one of the checks I do with scan to see if I'm missing here some kind of trick here. Let's see. Also scan agrees with Jean-Marc because I said you could do this, and then of course this is perfectly safe, but you want to make some advancements in this side of the board, and then you should keep this piece here. And this is a very common theme to build up like this, and then you exchange here. You move 21, black takes, and you go here to the side. And then black has lost another piece here, and you took another piece there. And even this one from 38, it can go here. 43, it can go to that side of the board. So there are a lot of troops you can bring in. Also 48, even 49. His whole bunch here, 9 pieces, you can bring in to get here. And well, of course, black can bring in 1, 2, so 6. So it's 6 against 9 in this corner. Yeah, that's a big difference. So I understand that Jean-Marc wants to have his 9 against 6 exchange, and then you get 3 against 0, and then you can get a king. So that's like the long-term plan here. So always try to have a long-term plan like that. And in the meanwhile, you just have to take care of all the combinations as a defender and as an attacker. So here we go. Yes. Um, Black is not doing wrong moves. I think he's all right. He's also he came from the corner. He has to move up here as well. So I also talked to one of the players this weekend about tempo. One of the hardest things for me also, even after a lifetime of playing this game, is still you want to lose tempo or do you want to win tempo? So I think at this point White would like to win tempo, so he wants to make rapid advancements on the left side of the board, and Black wants to make some rapid advancements at the other side of the board. So here you both want to have tempo, but sometimes you just want to be in a waiting position. You just want to make some steady moves. Maybe you want to exchange and um, exchange the pieces and go back. Things like that. And it's sometimes very hard. You need intuition and a lot of experience to see if you want to win or gain tempo. It's not explainable. Sometimes it's not, you can't reason to it. So here you see Jean-Marc putting up another piece, and maybe he will even go with 43 there in the end. Not right now, I think. He will try to go to 16, go to 27, and then he's already setting up an attacking position. So Black also moving there. So the position is getting a little bit symmetrical. Big advantage for Black is he has still got his piece on this strong square, but his corner is much weaker than this corner. So here maybe you can think about going here and here and here. And now he has to go to the center or he has to leave this post here. I think you would want to go straight up because you want to make some speed here. And then after this one, so it's hard to tell here who has the better hand. I think white still has. But scan thinks it's equal. Yes. So let's see. Let's take a look. Um, here. Um, okay. He will be. Um, we're here. Jean-Marc was playing to 27, and then this one came, and yes, he's doing what I expected. Um, this is so he didn't take this possibility to um, like here. He didn't want to do this 34. He just want to continue with his plan, which is still, I think, very much okay. And it's a matter of tempo and a matter of how how things will roll to see how this ends. Okay, this here, here, here. So now we saw an exchange. Not really sure if I like this for black, but maybe it's okay. Black is, like I said, he's trying to move up his pieces here, and he took away one of the attackers on this side of the board. I don't know if it's necessary because now you have to defend. This one is too much in the center, I think. You have to defend it. And another problem is that it's at this point you cannot exchange it because if it ever goes here, it goes here and here, then you take two to the corner and you have a king. So what if white just attacks it? You can attack it twice at least, even more, I think. You can attack it 4 times and it can be defended 2 times here, 2 times, and so you have to defend it with a piece here in the end. So just to show you what I mean, you can attack uh, like this. You can attack again, you can defend, and now the next attack is going to take 2 moves, and it gives you time to move like this. But now, of course, these are locked. Another way to do it after a move like this is go here, 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 and if this one comes, you could do this and move there, and then this is a fine position for black. I think black is doing fine here. White doesn't have any problems at all at this point. Only point is that it's very hard for white in a position like this to make any to go ahead here in this corner. So let's see where we are in the game. What happened? This happened. He didn't attack. Uh, yes. Okay. So now white is setting up something here, maybe, and then so you're setting up an attack